paying attention to the channel at all, I've done some live streams, I've done a couple other things with the YouTube channel, but mainly active on the Facebook channel. But now quite a bit of the layout is done, and I wanted to show everyone around, so let's get to the tour. Alright, so we're going to start on the most finished side of the layout. If you've followed me on Facebook at all, you know the layout room is kind of shaped like Utah. So we're actually in the upper part of that right now, where the room butts back a little bit. So this is what I've gone on and finished. This is supposed to be representative of like northern Michigan, more on the Ann Arbor. There's a farm here. And there will be backdrops. That's actually the next thing we're going to be doing. So, and then this has changed quite a bit. I'm really happy with the way this came out. So let's zoom in a little bit here. Still working on planting a lot of the trees. Still got the road to do. I've got the walkway on the bridge, which I'm still trying to figure out. And then once the backdrops are in, we can pour the water. But some of this might look familiar from the last layout. And then this is literally the most tedious thing I've ever done, as in a cornfield here, and you have to plant each individual one, but hey, it looks pretty good. And then I've got some little hidden things. That's, you know, one of my favorite things to do is hide little, almost like I Spy kinds of things in here. So there's some deer, some guys up there, and over here. All indicative of all the people that have came to this little hole. So the layout is actually going to be signaled. They're going to be B&O signals for the most part, but the B&O used ABS system, so all the switches will be hand thrown. I wanted that kind of like tactile feel of that. So you can see I've already added like the switch stands, the signals here, waiting to be wired up. And then we move on. This is representative of Chillicothe if the depot had remained standing and if the B&O line was still there. So you've got the N and W line going back there, an interchange here, and just some old buildings and such. And here's the depot that you guys may remember from the last layout, custom built. And then we have some signals to go along with it. And moving beyond that, we have the rail park back here. The caboose, the gazebo, some old signals. And further across this way is the street running section. And that goes all the way. And yes, this is the main line, so there will be speed restrictions. I plan on doing a little booklet for the individual trains and rules on the railroad, just as kind of if they were when the railroad was running, or even current day. So over here, I am going to transform all of these buildings and place a backdrop into a Ford plant. So all the big 86-foot box cars are here, some other auto parts cars. There's actually going to be a plastic pellet transfer track in there. A lot of things. And since that's a Ford plant, we've got the arches here. And then out this way, this is actually going to go out to what we're calling phase 2 of the layout. So you can see the light switch there. We're going to move that and it's going to go out into the next room, and I'll cover that more in depth as we start to get that covered. But this was an interesting build. This is actually the lift gate. It looks a little rough, but it runs really, really well. And considering it's a Y on the lift gate, I think we did pretty good on that. So, in theory, we'll be able to operate in both directions. And come in either this way and go around, or that way where we just came from. So let's continue on this way. Little town over here with the sightings, grain elevator, or grain mill, whichever the case may be. And then you can see that slot there in the background. That's where the background or the backdrop will go. So you won't be able to see over there. So we just have a little kind of like rural town here that we are calling or representing Thackeray, since that's my last name minus the Y. And I got a train parked here, kind of on the back of the caboose. And then the lumberyard. This scene will be almost identical to the old layout, except for it's a little bit longer, so I can get 2 cars in there. So we got the passing siding coming around here. Again, this is where the backdrop will be. You can see a little bit better now. And then the grain elevator. So now this is one of the industries that we will be able to run start to finish. So someone will be able to bring in a train from out there, put it in. Someone local for the little switch in there will be able to put it in and load it, and put it back on the siding to get picked up and take back out. Let's see some of the ends here. I am doing a roster video. I'm about halfway through that, so stay tuned for that as well. And then, if you remember, these buildings were all behind the street running, and the main line ran behind them, but I tried it a couple of ways for this layout, and I didn't really like the way that came out, so I'm putting this as a whole separate town now. You can see the drive-in dine is there, we've got a propane tank, a lot of the same stuff that I had before, just in a different place. And then the final place, see, we started here, so the final place is going to be representative of Midland City, so I plan on having a depot built to match that, and then I've started doing the signal arrangement, which would be coming off the B&O Ohio division onto, the Newark division onto the Ohio division, representative of that. Again, hand-thrown switches, we'll be able to control the signals, I believe, with JMRI. I haven't gotten that far yet, but it's certainly coming along. Just to give you an overview of the room, so my workspace is going to be right there. I'm going to actually build that in. We got the TV for entertainment, and it's also hooked up to the computer for JMRI. You can see the shape of the layout. It just kind of balloons out right here. And out to the other side. All my signs and pictures. I still got a lot more of those to put up though. Alright. So that's it for the tour. I hope you guys really like the layout, how it's coming along. I am super proud of it. That it's come this far in this short amount of time. I know I kept saying it's coming, but you know how it is when you want to plan something and it comes out the way that you really want it to. It takes some time, so I believe that we are on the way to that. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will leave you with a run back. Thank you, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh, before I forget, I'm not usually in front of the camera like this, so if this is something you'd like to see, let me know. You can comment, you can go on my Facebook. I'm just kind of taking a cue from other popular channels, so if you want to see more of this, me talking about the layout, anything really, let me know.